When we look at this whole issue of racial profiling, back in 2001, Noble conducted a study and issued a report. This was early on in this discussion about racial profiling and resulted from the case involving the New Jersey State Police in 1999. Early thinking, and when I say early thinking, that includes Noble's thinking, indicated that bias-based policing was established by comparing the aggregate of the number of African Americans who were stopped for traffic violations, and then making that comparison with the aggregate number of African Americans in the total population. There's been some fresh thinking along those lines, and we now feel that the aggregate approach is misleading. Social scientists suggest that other things should be considered, like socioeconomic factors, operational measures, where the traffic stops occurred, why they occurred, whether or not police were deployed in maybe squads or whatever to address an issue where fatalities may have occurred in order to reduce the number of fatalities, in order to respond to areas where complaints were received about drug violations, in order to curb those drug violations. So there are a number of things that should be included in that discussion that have not and were not included. Again, it's no longer sufficient to compare those aggregates that I mentioned before. There are additional information that need to be included. There's a special note, and this decisions on racial profiling are paramount, and they should not be based on analysis of incomplete data and solely on anecdotal evidence. What we have is a vast amount of statistical data, but it's incomplete. We also have anecdotal evidence from the community, from other folk, but we can't use either one or the other, in order to make a determination on racial profiling.